Oh, wow, you like my style. Oh, look out. It's Mr. No Hat Eastwood with the fresh fade. Oh, hide your girl, hide your wife. This is for that one dude that was in the comments that one time and said that I have a receding hairline. Yeah, suck on that. Pause. All right, check it out. Sixers beat the Toronto Raptors 114 to 99 pretty convincingly. They were up by 20 plus a couple times there in the second half. And I am just, and look, it's the Toronto Raptors. They're not good. Even though they did just smack around the Milwaukee Bucks the other night. It's getting a little shady, baby. What's going on, Milwaukee, huh? You gave up some defensive signs to trade for a 32-point per game offensive talent. What's going on here? We're not talking about the Bucks. But the Toronto Raptors are not good. They don't have any stars on the team. Pascal Siakam is a total fraud. He doesn't show up when he faces length and athleticism. He gets in against these games against smaller teams and really makes his point per game averages and everything look better than they really are. I've never been sold on Siakam. He's that guy. He was a number 2 or 3 to Kawhi and Kyle Lowry on that championship team. But anyway, Pascal Siakam 5 for 11 was a minus 14. He scored 10 points in the whole game. Toronto's not good. That's not why we're happy about this, really. You know what I mean? Some people are like, oh, you beat the Raptors. Congratulations. No, it's the way this Sixers team is winning these games. We're not going down to the wire with these teams, man. We're not struggling against these teams. We're not playing down to competition like we were last season, the season before that. We're not playing lazy. We're not getting caught off guard. We're not getting out-rebounded, out-hustled. We're not getting beat in transition. This is a totally different team, and it starts with coaching. It starts with coaching. Everything about this team looks 1,000 times better. Everything. The hustle, the ball movement, the chemistry, the rebounding, the sheer effort on the defensive rotations and the boxing out and rebounding is a night and day difference from the past couple of seasons, and I could not be happier. This looks like a real basketball team that is a lot of fun to watch, and they're just clicking. And look, if you look at the box score from tonight, the pecking order is also gone. It's not about 1, 2, or 3. It's not about, hey, we need to get the ball to Joel. No. We're just playing the game to win. Whoever's hot, it's your turn. Tobias Harris started out this game hot. He had 12 points, I think, in the first quarter and a half. He was 5 for 5 to start the game. Which, by the way, once again, I'm going to ask you, did Nick Nurse unlock Tobias Harris? Did Nick Nurse unlock Tobias Harris? So we start going to Tobias. We say, it's a Toby game. It's a Toby game. Let's go. Tobias finished the game with 23. He scored 20 points in the first 3 out of 4 games this season. This is the best I've seen Tobias Harris start a season in a long time. Joel Embiid finished the game with 28. 13 rebounds. 7 assists. Joel Embiid is averaging 30 points and 7 assists this season so far. This is also a different Joel Embiid you're witnessing. 13 rebounds. Last year, Joel Embiid was not rebounding like this. He was not playing this physical, especially in the beginning of the season. And he just wasn't given that relentless effort on the glass that you're seeing him give in these games. Dominant performance from Joel Embiid in certain parts of the game. And that's what I love about it. Joel was dominating, and then whoever else gets it going, we're there next. We're not doing the same thing the whole game. We have different options. We have different plans. We have different plays. We have strategy. So Joel dominated in certain parts of the game. I mean, Jakob Poeltl cooked, barbecue chicken, can't guard him, get off the floor. He's pushing him out of the way. There was a play where Jakob Poeltl took a Joel Embiid shoulder to the chest 3 times, in one possession. And Joel gets double teamed and hits him with the Hakeem Olajuwon fadeaway baseline. Just too much skill for the guy. Just playing so physical right now. And to start the season out like that, I think, there's a question like, with all of the load management Joel Embiid has had throughout his career, has it helped him or hurt him? Resting him all these games, does that prevent injury? Or does that just not keep him up to speed and up to game shape and maybe increase the risk of injury? Maybe this is what the Sixers have needed to do with Joel Embiid since the beginning of his career. If he's healthy, play him. What does resting him healthy do for anybody? How does that reduce risk of injury? I don't know now that I think about it, really. What is load management? What is load management? Joel drops 28. He manhandles OG Anunoby and Jakob Poeltl and Pascal Siakam and everybody the whole game. None of these guys can guard him. I still can't believe the Raptors traded a first-round pick for Jakob Poeltl, but we're not going to go there. Tyrese Maxey wasn't very active shooting the ball in the first half. Had a little bit of a run in the third quarter. Kind of got in where he fit in. And again, that's what I love about this team. Nobody's doing too much. Everybody's just going with the flow, and whatever's working is what we're going to go with. You know what I mean? In this game particularly, Tyrese Maxey put up 16 field goal attempts. He was 7 for 16. So not a great shooting night for Tyrese Maxey, like 38%. So he didn't do too much as far as shooting the ball. But he was still out there running around. He was still out there driving and kicking. He was still out there making the defense work. And it just works, man. Tyrese gives you 18. Kelly Oubre. What can you say about Kelly Oubre, man? I mean, Kelly Oubre might have the best season of his career. He might be having the best season of his career, and last year was the best season of his career. Averaged 20 points per game on the Charlotte Hornets. But right now, Kelly Oubre just looks like the absolute perfect piece. Perfect addition to this team. The kind of player they've been missing forever. Tonight, he went on a couple of runs. He absolutely could not miss from three-point range. He was 5 for 6. This is a guy that we said is a terrible shooter. This is a guy that a lot of people told me this offseason was a terrible signing because he's a shot chucker and he can't shoot. 23 points, 5 rebounds, a steal, and 5 for 6 from three-point range. Kelly Oubre seems like he's that dude right now. Now, there's a guy we got to talk about. There's a guy we got to talk about before I get off of this video. We got to talk about Furkan Korkmaz. We got to talk about that first half from Furkan Korkmaz. He had 10 points in 22 minutes. He's a plus 16. But Furkan Korkmaz comes into this game, and we're all like, oh my God, Furkan's on the floor. Sixers are playing without a couple of players because of the trade. So we're forced to play certain guys. And we're like, please no, Furkan Korkmaz is in the game. Furkan's in the game. And Furkan catches a ball in the corner and smashes a three. And we're like, okay, Furky, there you go. There you go, Furky. Then he gets a little floater on the other end. Then he gets a play that I cannot believe I witnessed from Furkan Korkmaz. He gets a steal. He runs a fast break. He kicks it up to Joel. Joel gives it back to him. And Furkan Korkmaz, the Turkish trigger, the Turkish superstar, goes up and under for the reverse finish and the foul. Furkan Korkmaz! I am speechless. I don't know what to say. But answer me this. Did Nick Nurse unlock this entire team? Did Nick Nurse unlock this whole team? The Sixers are one bounce away from being undefeated. If Damian Lillard doesn't get every call in existence in that Bucks game to open the season, the Sixers are undefeated. And no game outside of that Bucks game has really been close. They have been taking care of lesser competition convincingly. Convincingly. They've not been playing down the competition. They've been taking care of competition convincingly. And that tells me that I just think Joel Embiid playing like this, all these players fitting around him, and everything moving in the syncrasy that it looks like it's moving in, the fluidity. I think this team is finally playing at the level that they should have been playing at the past couple of seasons. And yes, it is 100% coaching, practice intensity, repetition. Players still need to be pushed. Players still need to be forced to be in shape. Players still need to be told to continue to go hard, play through contact. You're not rebounding. You're not hustling. Get out there and box out. Put somebody on their ass. So I'll put the hotline number on the screen right here. Call the hotline. Leave your thoughts on, it'll be in the description also. Call the hotline. Leave your thoughts on what you saw in this game, what you think of the Sixers right now. Am I tripping? Am I overly hype? Am I overrating this team? Am I overreacting? Call the hotline. Numbers on the screen. And tomorrow on the Lunchtime Live Show, we will listen to your phone calls. I'm in disbelief, man. I have not had this much fun watching the Sixers play basketball in a long time. I'll see y'all soon, man. Peace.